Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Danielle Daily Show. I am Danielle Watson. I'm so happy to have you guys here with me today. Today is actually our 75th episode. Can you believe that the Danielle Daily Show is actually 75 episodes old? I can barely believe it. I could barely believe it when we started season 2, and to be 75 episodes in is just incredible to me. We'll be at 100 episodes before I know it, and then, working our way towards 200, 300, 500, 1,000. So thank you so much for being here with me as I've figured out how to use this technology, as Facebook has made incremental changes to how this platform works. It's incredible that we have lasted here together for 75 episodes. It looks like Maida is here. Awesome. Thank you so much. So as I just said, today we are celebrating 75 episodes of the Danielle Daily Show. I can just barely believe it. We'll be at 100 episodes before I know it. And I have a great note to self for you guys today. And I also, for anybody who doesn't know, in case that we are not friends on Facebook, tomorrow is my birthday. And so we're celebrating that here on the Danielle Daily Show today, because my birthday gift to myself is actually to take the rest of the week off, to actually give myself some time to just relax and recharge and do the things I like to do, like going for walks and spending time with friends and having lunch with people who normally I don't have time for. So I am celebrating my birthday here with you guys today, and I really appreciate you for being here. So today's note to self, I think, is a really good one. It's actually born out of, I'm getting hearts. Thank you so much. I love those. If you're here, let me know by typing something into the comments, whether it's hello or whatever you'd like to put there. I don't actually know who is here unless you guys let me know. So if you like to watch the show incognito, that's fine. But I do like it when I know who's here and I get to greet you, and it makes me happy to see your face. So like I said, today's note to self, I feel like it's going to be a really useful one. It was born out of something that I typed this morning on my personal Facebook page. It's funny how sometimes you get up in the morning and you're having your tea and inspiration just hits and you put it out there and you don't really think much of it, and then people just respond to it. It looks like Elena is here. Elena says, happy birthday. Thank you, my dear. Yes, I am super excited. Tomorrow is my birthday. I will be 38 years old. I feel really good about that. I feel like for 38, I am doing really well. I feel good. I actually feel better than I did in my 20s. I take good care of myself. I feel like I look good. I feel like I've become a person whom I love and respect. And so to me, this is a great age to be. I know I've had some people recently say, in another 10 years, you're not going to feel so proud, but I certainly hope that when I have my 48th birthday, that I will be just as excited to tell everybody how old I am. When we're little, we can't wait to tell people how old we are. We can't wait to say that we're even a month older, or that we're, 8.5, not just 8 anymore, we're 8.5, or when we finally turn 10 and we're double digits. And I really hope that as I progress through life, that I never lose that enthusiasm for turning another year older. There are so many people who never get the privilege of turning another year older. There's people that I've lost in my life who they'll never get to celebrate another birthday. And so I try to keep that spirit of excitement and enthusiasm about turning another year older alive for me. Elena says, no way, 38. You literally put off the vibe and look like early 20s. Hashtag goals. Thank you so much, Elena. Yeah, I get that a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And honestly, I think the reason that people think I am younger than I am is exactly what you said. It's a vibe. It's a vibe of being engaged in life, of being interested in other people, of liking myself. I really think that is the key to having a youthful vibe. It isn't about, having the right cream or any of that stuff. It really is about loving life, being engaged with what's going on around you, being loving and being a good friend, being all those things that make people think, wow, this is a person who I want to be with. And we think about those people generally as being, young people, because as we get older, a lot of times we get sort of, grouchy and things like that. we think about ourselves, we think about our ailments, we think about our aches and pains. And I think just staying focused on what makes you happy and having a positive mindset and being loving to yourself and to other people is a huge factor in putting off a vibe that says, hey, I'm still young, I'm still with it. So thank you, appreciate the compliment. I'll never get, tired of hearing that people think I'm in my late 20s. That's awesome. Although I have to say, you could not pay me to go back to my late 20s. Late 20s were very difficult years. Now is definitely better for me because of the life experience I've had. So like I said, I have a great note to self for you guys today. It was born out of something that I wrote this morning. I was just having tea and this thought came to me. And so I'm going to share it with you a little earlier than I normally do, and then I'll tell you the story of why I wrote it. So today's note to self, I know you're probably not quite ready to write it down yet because I usually give it later in the show, but I really wanted to give it to you now and then tell you the story about why I wrote it. So it says, and I'll read it again later for you too. Dear self, it is okay to be on your own side, cheering yourself on, no matter how many mistakes you make. And then I signed it, love me. Let me read it again, and then I'll tell you the story of where this came from as I was sitting in bed, typing on Facebook and having my tea this morning. It says, Dear self, it is okay to be on your own side, cheering yourself on, no matter how many mistakes you make. This morning as I was sitting having my tea, I was thinking about the fact that tomorrow's my birthday and I'll be another year older, and just kind of looking back at the last year of my life and the last 5 years of my life and the last 10 years of my life. And I was looking at all the mistakes I've made, to be honest, like really taking a look at all the things that I have done wrong and looking at things that I am even right now currently doing wrong. Like I am just like each and every one of you. I am currently making mistakes in my life right now. I am currently doing things that are not the way that I should be doing them. And I'm still learning from them and learning how to be a better person. So one of the things that I'm currently making a mistake with is in some of my marketing. I have this vision for how I want this love you to come out into the world, and I'm not communicating it very well. So I'm making a mistake. I am putting it out there in a way that isn't quite what I want it to be. And so it's not landing the way that I want it to land. And so that is something I'm currently making a mistake on, and I'm currently learning from, and I'm currently growing from. I'm making mistakes in relationships right now. I'm not necessarily taking every opportunity that's given to me. Just yesterday, I had decided that I wanted to spend the weekend by myself, and just yesterday, a friend messaged me and said, hey, you want to go do this thing with me? And normally, I'm pretty much like, yeah, let's go do the thing. Let's go live life together. But I was just in the mood where I kind of just wanted to be by myself. And so instead of taking the opportunity, or maybe even thinking about the fact that, maybe she was inviting me to get out with her, not because she thought I needed to get out, but maybe she needed a friend. Maybe she needed somebody to talk to. And so after I had declined the invitation, hours later, it occurred to me, oh my gosh, perhaps I was being insensitive. Perhaps I should have asked her, what the reason was that she was inviting me out. Was she inviting me out because she saw that I was spending the weekend by myself and thought that maybe that wasn't how I wanted to spend the time? Or was she inviting me out because she needed something from me? And I just, didn't have the presence of mind at the moment to ask. And so there was another mistake I made. And so we're all always constantly making mistakes and learning from them and growing and trying to become a better person, trying to become the best person that we can be. And I think it's so important not to let those mistakes that we are constantly and will always make keep us from cheering ourselves on in the moment. So yes, I spent some time reviewing, the mistakes that I've made and the mistakes that I'm currently making, but that didn't stop me from also taking some time to be like, go me, I am doing awesome in these other areas, and I am really winning at this, and I'm so proud of myself for that. And it got me thinking about my book that was published on Christmas, that, that book, it was an entire year of cheering myself on through mistakes and just making mistake after mistake, things that had to do with attorneys and just all kinds of like ugly, messy mistakes, but cheering myself on anyways. So let's not wait until we're getting everything right all the time to cheer ourselves on for doing well and for trying our best. It doesn't mean we're always doing it perfectly, but it means that we're trying, and it means that we're growing, and it means that we're learning. And I am so doing that right along with you guys. And believe me, even though I have reached the ripe old age of 38, I still have so much to learn, and I'm excited about that. I don't think that that means that there's anything wrong with me, that I haven't learned everything and I don't do everything perfectly yet. I think what it means is that there's still more life ahead of me, and there's still more things for me to learn, and that to me fills me with a sense of being alive and of being engaged with life and being eager about, what else am I going to learn? If I've already learned this much, what else amazing and incredible is there to learn about the world? Is there to learn about myself? Is there to learn about being with other people? There's so many opportunities, but when we really focus on the fact that we're making mistakes rather than that we are growing and that we're learning to do better, I think it can keep us from really cheering ourselves on to make sure that we do keep going. And if you ever reach the point in life where you are no longer making mistakes, I hope that you will let me know, because I would love to learn from you and to study whatever it is that you've studied that has helped you to feel like, I never ever mess up. I know for me, I'm a super high achiever. I call myself a fierce overachiever. I'm constantly reaching to be the best and to do the most and to give the most. And it definitely puts me in a position where sometimes I fall short of that mark. But that doesn't mean that I didn't go really far. And by focusing on having missed the mark, it's so easy to lose the good energy and the success and the celebration that could be there with looking at, well, how far have I come? Maybe I didn't make it here. Like for me, another mistake that I've made recently is, we just finished up January and we're into February, and I looked at my monetary goals for January and I did not meet them. I did not meet my goal. And so I could sit there and just be like, oh my gosh, you're so failing, you're messing up, you're not doing this and you're not doing that. But look at what I did do. Look at all the progress I did make. Look at the fact that I even reached for a goal like that. Look at all that I've learned that will help me to reach that goal in February. And so I just wanted to kind of reinforce that idea with today's note that we are always going to be making mistakes, and we need to be celebrating along with those mistakes. So really thinking about, okay, I'm going to be my own cheerleader. There's always something that I'm doing well, even if I'm not doing the whole thing well, and just focusing on that success piece rather than the failure piece, and using the failure piece to really help us move forward and reevaluate our goals. So let me read you the note to self one more time. Like I said, I am so happy that you guys are here with me for the 75th episode. That's another place where I'm making mistakes right now. The Danielle Daily Show is awesome. I love you guys so much, but most of the time I forget to ask you guys to share it, and that is how the show grows. The show grows because you guys share it with other people. And 9 out of 10 times I completely forget to let you know, hey, here's how you can let the show grow, how you can help the show grow. I completely failing at that, making mistakes 9 out of 10 times, but it's okay. I'm getting better and better at it. So here we go. Today's note to self. It says, Dear self, it is okay to be on your own side, cheering yourself on, no matter how many mistakes you make. Love me. So it doesn't matter how often we screw up. It's okay to still get behind yourself and be like, you're doing it. You're doing well. Don't wait until you're doing it all perfectly. Let yourself off the hook a little bit. Celebrate your successes. Find those little things in the everyday that were wins and really focus your attention there. And that doesn't mean that you don't look at the mistakes, that you don't evaluate how you've learned from them, but don't let those be your focus, and don't let them be an excuse for not recognizing how far you've come and how well you really are doing. So does anybody have any questions about that? I I am so excited that tomorrow is my birthday, and it is also Valentine's Day, which I think is the perfect birthday for me. I'm sure that I will miss you guys, but I'm also really looking forward to just taking a little time to have lunch with friends and, you know, enjoy getting outside and doing all that birthday stuff. I don't know if there'll be any candles this year, but we'll see. If you need anything, you know how to reach me, whether it's after the broadcast or during the broadcast. You can leave comments. You can message me privately. I do post all of these videos on my YouTube channel. I include the link there. If you're a part of the tribe and you receive emails from me, you can always reply to those emails. I read each and every one of them personally. I may be having a little bit of an issue with my email lately, so if you ever do email me and I don't get back to you within 24 to 48 hours, let me know. Message me another way. Sometimes because of the mailing system, things can get misdirected. So if I don't respond to you, please let me know. It's not because I'm ignoring you. So that was today's Danielle Daily Show. I cannot believe that we just passed 75 episodes. When I get back here on Monday, we'll be at episode 76. If there's anything you want me to cover on the show, if there's anything you have a question about, there's nothing I love more than doing what it is that you guys want to talk about. So addressing what you guys want to talk about, what you're dealing with, what people in your life are dealing with. The topics that you guys bring to the show are so much juicier than what I dream up in my own head. I mean, you guys really make the show sizzle, and I so appreciate you for that. And it just makes me so happy when you come to me with something and I'm able to give you a perspective on it that helps you think about it in a different way so that you can start moving forward in the way that you want to move forward. All right, so no show tomorrow, no show the rest of the week, but I will see you guys back here next Monday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes, and happy Valentine's Day. I'll see you guys next week. Mwah! Bye.